So the check is for all of it, but they give you the figure so you can back it up.
I got 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call the Urban Services, meeting to order. Looks like all three of us is here. It sits on the Urban Services Council. Appreciate y'all coming. First thing on our agenda is to elect officers. Mr. Nolan.
Make a motion, we would like the art.
Got a motion by Nolan and a second by Richard to leave it like they are. Me as the chair, Nolan is the vice chair, and Richard is the secretary. All in favor say aye.
Thank you.
All right, the next item on our agenda is to discuss the urban services budget. I sat on the budget finance committee. I think y'all was here at most of them too. I don't see any, I mean, I think everything looks pretty good, but we can go line item by line item down through here and look at it and see if y'all got any questions. Page 1 is the revenue side. Y'all got any questions on that, or as you glance down?
You still get money from Comcast?
I think our building permits probably keep staying pretty steady. Well,
Yeah.
where we stand on the streetscape?
Streetscape is complete. I sent in the final reimbursement request. Did you have anything to add on it?
Well, construction is completed, we're just waiting for reimbursements to complete.
See, would you like to say anything about the revenue side of the urban services budget?
I can just go through it if you want.
Okay.
At the time we sent this, see, we don't anticipate any drop in revenues. We proposed the exact same thing we did the current fiscal year. Almost across the board, we did propose a little bit of increase on residential waste collection charges based on what we've seen this year. Other than that, any big changes you see are down at the streetscape fund. Of course, that's not going to be there this year. That was just a project basis, and that's gone away. I believe June 30th is actually end date for any reimbursements to be submitted. We won't go into the next fiscal year as far as that revenue side. Then you got the American Rescue Funds there.
And that also should be taken out. That's going to go a whole different fund completely.
Yeah, the comptroller also know that have to be separated and kept track of separately.
Y'all got any questions for the mayor on that part? We'll go over to the next page, page 2. It's the expenditures. The first one is the sheriff's department. It looks like everything stays about the same. That 24,340 right there for the bonus pay, I think that's supposed to be 11,000. Is that correct?
That is
That moved our total figure down there from 555,273 to what, 549,13. And I mean, this is about the same as last year. It looks like everything looks.
The new subdivision down there by Blankenship's. That's in the city limits.
Yes, that's in the Urban Services District.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's in the Urban Services District.
well, I thought but the end is right there. The end's right there. Blankenship's. Right?
No, it's down by
That's
Lancaster.
right. Goes down by the Clinton Motors.
So,
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know how far off the 20.
I was gonna try to bring up the map to see if it goes that far.
Pretty sure.
No, it's not. Water, sewer, and natural gas are blanket ships years ago.
Y'all got any questions on the search department's budget here, urban services?
Sewer goes all the way down.
Do it.
Y'all got any questions for the mayor or Amy here on the urban service, the search department's budget here? We'll move on to the next one, fire prevention.
Fire prevention is no change, it kind of stays the same year to year.
Go to page 3, the public health and waste pickup.
We see an increase overall on this one, but really the big driver of that is having to replace the trash cans when they're coming up on the end of their 10-year warranty. So that's a one-time expense, that's $45,000 we proposed this time, so that should not be in next year's budget if we get there.
I wrote down 624 trash cans. That was the number? I wrote
Yeah.
that down.
Yeah.
624. And this maintenance and repair to service vehicles, that's 20,000 there. Said something about one time with an automatic arm or something.
Yeah, last year, you see that it's on there is 45,000.
Yeah.
It was 20,000, a little over 20,000 to have that arm repaired. That's not in there this year, those one-time expenditures. That's when you see the drop from 45 last year to 20 this year.
I think it looks good there. We'll move down to parks and fair boards, site developments.
Yeah, we increased this one because it was supposed to be a placeholder for whatever the cost is to do the ball field lights and poles and all that stuff. Parks and Recreation Committee talked about using the Urban Services Local Government Support Grant to pay for that. So we kind of put it in there just as a placeholder because obviously we don't know what that final number is going to be right now. We're starting to, I think we're waiting on Little League to give us some feedback on that because it has to go through their district administrator. They'd asked for the steel poles, but I'm hearing that's probably not gonna be what's finally settled on. I don't think it's gonna make a difference one way or the other for them to get any kind of tournaments.
I think we're supposed to have somebody come into our next parks meeting on that Monday night, look at the money where they could be here. And I think Mr. Gully had talked to them. I think they, said we might be going to wood poles instead of steel poles. Somebody from the Little League supposed to be
Which
here.
one is cheaper, the wood or the wood? Huh?
Looks like the next one here is the fireworks that stay the same, and I think that's a great thing. It's a lot of people come down and pass it there.
That has become a big tradition. A lot of people come here out of Macon County.
Telephone.
Big.
Hopefully, if we get into the LEDs, the electricity cost in there should lower
Well, that's what I was asking about, that
somewhat.
70,000.
We just don't know how much. So get it up there and how much of the season it's going to be, used this year. But it should make a substantial difference.
All right,
Let's do it like
let's go to page
Whole
4.
county, where we got in the city several years ago, I think, we started changing out the lights to LED lights
They're all,
on the street lights. Are we done yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that go down?
that's a flat fee. We pay the same amount per month.
It's about $4,600 a month.
I thought the time they were talking about changing over it.
They were gonna pay to change them over because of the savings in electricity.
Okay.
They would have to put out. I think they actually lowered the cost on them. Or we're gonna lower the cost on them after a certain period of time. have to go back and look.
That was in place by the time I came, took
Yeah,
office.
it was- Worth doing whatever. But I'm pretty sure they're all.
All right, guys, let's move on to page 4 here, who is. I don't see much.
We did add, I believe it's about $4,000 or so onto the, and you see here, proposed, says proposed final payment. That's on the,
Yes.
I think it's the front loader. It was gonna, after this year, it was only gonna be about $4,000 remaining, so we proposed, go ahead and just put $4,000 in there, go ahead and pay it off.
I don't see no problem with that. That sounds good. Don't have any problem with that.
And we're proposing to take $40,000 from the governor's local support grant and put that into a sidewalk rehabilitation project here in downtown. Replace these sidewalks that are crumbling.
Where do we stand on the sidewalks on that Broadway?
We haven't heard anything back yet. It's still up to state. We had an RPO meeting today and they still said the state's evaluating them, so we haven't heard anything.
All right, let's move to page 5. That's the revenue and expenditure.
In just a moment, I pulled up the one that doesn't show the American Rescue Plan, so on that one, you're seeing a little bit of a deficit on that. It's $134,262 after you take out the rescue plan funding, which will leave you at an ending fund balance of $1,288,518, which is still higher than what the actual was at the end of 2019-20.
Y'all see that? Y'all see where it's going?
Yeah, I removed that local, American Rescue Fund that we have to remove out of this anyway. There's another version out there that has that removed. I looked at that.
Guys, everything looks, I mean, it looks good to me. It looks like everything's stayed about the same. Tax rate staying the same as last year.
We just don't know what opinion's gonna bring us to.
The estimated value at this time is
$5,650.
58. So with that new amount, our net change will actually be -104,440. Estimated fund balance in June 2022 at $280,600. I also want to note that we received the local government support funding this year in 21, so we're expending it in 22, and that's really the bulk of the net change.
Y'all got any questions, guys? So it's been some talk of trying to expand the urban services. Guess we'll start talking about that later on.
Look at it, but we may not, we want to look at it just to see if it's feasible to do it or not. There have been people ask for the services, I'll say that, and then I'll put the tax person, but say that's for the service.
They want the services, but they don't want
Right,
to
but
pay the taxes.
Urban Services boundary is the old city limits that was established basically with one change in 50-something years. And that's not reflective of what our town is, where the people live that identify the town. So just feel like we need to look at it. There are things that go along with it. It might cost us more than we receive out of it, but we just want to look at it and see if it makes sense. From a standpoint of some of the departments like garbage pickup, they have the excess capacity with trucks and things to be able to handle more homes. And there's so many growth areas that are right on the periphery, right on the edge of that. You're not talking about running 20 miles out in the country to grab something. You're talking about the homes that are right there at the edge. But I think we do need to take a look at it, a serious look at it, but I don't think anybody at this point is ready to stick their neck out and say, we need to do this, other than we need to look at it.
Careful at times, I heard him, I said that the garbage truck he has now was enough to take on, I forgot how many homes, 4 homes,
Anyway,
many homes.
so that was, I mean, it's been batted around, it's been talked about for some time. We probably would have done it last year if we weren't in the throes of COVID. And, it's not a have to, it's just something that needs to be visited, I guess you'd say, to see if it's feasible, needed, beneficial. That's kind of where we're at with it.
We can look at all ways, try to keep the urban services tax rate down as low as possible. Let's say
I mean,
it's
Frank, in theory, if you bring more people into the pool, the cost per household should be less. I mean, that's the theory behind it. Now, whether it actually works out that way or not, we won't know when we look at it.
Do you have any more, some of this money, I mean, have any good ideas or something you might spend this money here on?
Well, I mean, you all wait to see what that baseball field's gonna be. I expect that to easily be $100-something thousand
Yeah,
dollars.
it's good. I forgot about that, yeah. It needs,
If you want to put more in the sidewalks and do them all in 1 year, that's fine with me, but
yeah, we need to get the little league field, I mean, I don't know, my price might be down a little bit, or we'll think it first, but.
that's what we were saying that on the general services side, we wait to see windows and stuff, you know, renovation work here at the courthouse.
Well, guys, yeah, there's any more discussion? If not, I'll hear a motion, set the tax levy here. What they got said?
You need to approve the budget part of it first, and then
I have a motion to approve the budget part of it.
I make motions through the budget.
All right. Motion by Norman, second by Richard. All in favor? Yes, the next one is the tax levy. Y'all in favor of the tax levy here? I have a motion to approve that.
I make a motion to approve that.
The second, Richard. All in favor, say aye. That was easier enough. Any other business that we need to be followed up? Mr. Jewell?
I think,
I just like.
you know, we looked at this last year before last, to try to trim, move some things as much as we could. And I think at that time we did all that we thought we could. I'm committed to trying to get this rate down. I think it's be maybe more than it should be, but until we bring, you know, one of the options is bring more into both, to be able to bring it down. But, you know, we're working at it. We're going to continue to work at it. I think that's at this point in time all we can do.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all This, everything, the way she's got everything out, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I appreciate the deal on that. It's all.
I will say the little footnotes that she's added has really helped us
It
understand.
sure has. It's helped us a lot. That's all I've got, guys. Anything else that be brought up? I hear a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn, and all in second for John. I will be here, Monday night, so y'all.
You going to Florida?
We're going to wait the system.
Vegas? Like they get those all you want.
Beverly flew out today.
I see.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna do a lot of sites. I ain't gonna do a whole lot of things.
I'll be here.
I went to